Okay, I think we are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special live edition of the On the Moment podcast, an announcement edition, as we, for the first time, bring ourselves to the people to talk about what we're doing here. What is this crazy thing that we have recently discovered called NBA Top Shots, and what are our future plans going forward? In a moment, I will introduce my co-host, Justin Herzig. But first and foremost, just going to give you guys a little bit of background here that over the past couple of days, we've really gotten into the NBA Top Shots, which again, we'll talk more about. But going forward, we're planning to bring you guys some information and content on how you could get involved into this and, how we're approaching NBA Top Shots and how we will do this as a group going forward. So first, let me introduce my good friend, Justin Herzig. Justin has been a friend of mine for, 8-9 years now. Met him back in 2012, where we were working at Capital One together. Since then, we've done a bunch of different things, dabbling in daily fantasy sports together, dabbling in a little bit of the stock market together, a little bit of poker together. So one of the sharpest guys I know, and really excited to have him as my partner in this endeavor, Mr. Justin Herzig. Justin, how are we doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you, TJ. I think we are missing something, though. I promise the people, this is a launch party. This is a kickoff. We really need to pop open the champagne. You got yours ready?
You know what?
Oh,
just so happens that I do.
All right. Pour the champagne. The Own the Moment official launch party has begun.
It has happened.
Let's go. Producer Coop, thank you for all your hard effort. TJ, to strong owning the moment, to brighter pastures, to finding the rare ones, to helping people with their investing strategies for Top Shot NFTs and beyond. Making moments.
Heck yeah, making moments, my friend. Cheers. Cheers to everyone out there in the chat.
Definitely. Hopefully you guys are popping those bottles as well. I know it's a Thursday. It feels like a Friday anyways. I think everything feels like a Friday or a Monday, depending on your mood. During this time.
Pre-gaming for Club Top Shot from Paul Vano in the chat. Love that. Yeah, we'll be heading over to Club Top Shot at 9 p.m. Some other friends of ours from the daily fantasy sports industry that are also getting into the NBA Top Shot. So shout out to them.
I think that just shows the work that they've done in 24 hours to set that up. I think we had this idea around 48 hours ago, and it just took us an extra day or two. There is so much interest, so much excitement for this space, and we are still so new into it. And I know I've talked to a lot of friends. We probably got a run of the gambit of people that are kind of listening to this today. So we're hoping that we can, at least tonight, have some fun, at least introduce some new people to what Top Shot is. Some of the people who are already more experienced, just have some fun. We'll pop some, open some packs, talk a little strategy, talk about what's going on. But this is just kind of a fun kickoff. So TJ, take it away.
Yeah, we have some new podcasts that we have already recorded that should be dropping in all of the respective podcast stores in the next, hopefully, 24 to 48 hours. So look out for them. We'll get a little more in-depth into strategy there. But for the purposes of this, let's just give an overview here of what the heck is an NBA Top Shot and what is a digital moment, right? So I will give my very elementary view, and then I can kick it over to you, Justin. But really, what a Top Shot is a video of 10 to 15 second video of various NBA players and a specific moment that they've had. So you've got moments of Steph Curry making a three. We've got a Zion Williamson block. We've got people in their rookie debuts. We've got LeBron making a tribute dunk to Kobe Bryant. So all of these various digital moments are available at NBA Top Shot. And of course, the question that everybody asks, and the first question I asked is, well, why would I buy a video that I could just watch on YouTube? Like, do I get paid every time somebody watches that video now that I own that moment? Like, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. So, Justin, can you please help the people understand why the heck we would do this and why we're starting a podcast about it? We must be the craziest two people in the world.
I love it. it's pretty crazy. And during these times, we consider we're in a huge macro bull market. We've got crazy things happening from an economy standpoint. I think a lot of people are really just looking for alternative assets. So actually, the co-founder of Dapper Labs, Roham, he tweeted a little while back and he said something like, alternative assets are driven by individuals choosing to store wealth in assets that reflect their passions, their interests, and their communities. And if you go back through history, you look at that looks like art, that look like maybe antique cars, coins, stamps, sports cards. And when, use the art example, you started off with art, it was a product of hand. It was actually an actual painting, it was a sculpture. Technology improves, they were actually able to do prints. Now, what these prints are, they still had value. They leveraged new technology, though, to take that same group that still had, the passions, the interests, the communities around art, but they improved it with technology. And I think when you look at sports cards and what we have with these moments, it's not that much different. We have sports cards. Why did they have value? They have value because of the community. People are passionate about it. People are interested in it. It turns into that alternative asset. There's some other components around scarcity and such that probably, preserves and increases that value. But at the end of the day, it's a community. And these are as valuable as we are, as we and others determine that they will be. And if you tell me in a couple of years that, this was just a fad and it ended up just, for whatever reason, not working, it wouldn't be the most shocking thing. But the other run of the gambit is this could be the future of not only basketball, moments, the idea of these non-fungible tokens, there's so much more opportunity that we're seeing from beyond the crypto kitties, the crypto punks, the digital land. Just in general, this could be the new form of collecting with a digital, focus. And as technology increases, the world comes more digital, we see the younger generations living so much more of a digital life. There's no reason that this wouldn't be that collectibles turn into a digital fashion.
Completely agree. Very, very well said there. And yeah, this whole concept of the non-fungible token, the NFT, this is something that I honestly just heard about for the first time last week, and I've done a ton of research since. And it's really fascinating and really eye-opening. And I think at this point, everybody's heard of Bitcoin and is familiar with Bitcoin. But at the end of the day, the next level of the kind of cryptocurrency, digital currency, is these non-fungible tokens. That's what gives some kind of unique value and unique things that economies can be built around through digital economies. So the whole space goes well beyond NBA Top Shots, but I think that this is the key thing that is going to really start to have crypto and Bitcoin make sense to people, right? It'd always be I don't get Bitcoin. What? Sure, I can own Bitcoin, but what can I do with it? What do I do with it? Why would I own Ethereum? And now there's a whole market where this currency has actual value and you can exchange different kinds of goods, whether it's an NBA Top Shot, whether it's a crypto kitty, a crypto punk, a piece of digital land. We're far from experts in that space. I plan on diving more and learning more over the following couple of weeks, but really, really interesting stuff. And thank you for breaking that down. In terms of the specifics of Top Shots, right? How do I get involved? I'm brand new. What are the steps that I need to go through? So I think the first thing that we can touch on, right, is that right now through the company called Dapper Labs, which is the company behind NBA Top Shot, you can make deposits onto their website via either cryptocurrency or even by a credit card, which I think is nice. They do charge a fee, but that is what it is. And I also think that that's a nice thing that really bridges the gap for the kind of deep in the weeds crypto world, people that understand NFTs and all of that, to something that has a nice, clean user interface that we're used to seeing. And all of the blockchain technology stuff is happening behind the scenes, right? So we have a nice, friendly UI. We've got all the crazy stuff going on behind the scenes. I think that really makes it easy to understand. And the best way to get started is, I think, opening packs, right? If you don't know what to do, there are the same way that you can buy a pack of sports cards, you can buy a pack of NBA Top Shots. This is what we'll be doing later in the show. Spoiler alert, we'll be opening up a pack of the Cool Cats, which is the challenge that's going on. We'll also talk into that in detail. But Justin, can you tell the people a little bit about the packs and what it means to own a pack, and should I bother doing so?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I mean, I'm sure a lot of the people who have been a little more into this over the past couple of weeks have realized that these packs have been, scarce in themselves, opposite of plentiful. Now, in the future, we are expecting that there's going to be common packs that are going to be able to buy just like you'd walk into a card store. You pay your $9, whatever the price is, and this should be your actual, hey, you want to get in the game, you get it, you'll see what you get. You'll probably get a bunch of duds that are not worth much. Maybe you get lucky, a little lottery style. That's what that future state is. We're not there now. Right now, because of the site is still in beta, the amount of demand, the amount of new users, we're seeing something like 20,000 new users a day. It's insane. So what that's led to is these packs, while they only cost $9, most people are realizing that the actual value of those packs is significantly higher. And so from a pure economic standpoint, when the demand, is actually that value of that pack is higher than the supply in the market, it's going to just be very difficult to get. So we wanted to run a couple numbers and actually figure out what's the true value of these cards. And so I believe they just started teasing it. We haven't released any yet, but I believe hopefully starting tomorrow, they've at least got it on the front page. We're going to see Series 2 drop 10. So pack, I'm not sure what they're calling the packs, I guess, but it's going to be the 10th one. And you can actually go to that and see what are the cards that could potentially be in there. So we ran a little calculation to figure out what is the expected value for each of those packs. And that number is $38 per pack. At $9, you're getting $29 of value right there in each individual pack. Now, why is that? Well, 102 of the cards. So there's 100 and I think 123, about 123 in these packs you could potentially get. 102 of them, the value is going to go in the marketplace. The cheapest available is less than $10. I think around 70 of those you're going to be able to see. You're seeing for about $1, if not $2. So majority of the cards, about 80% of them are going to be duds. But mixed in there are also some still high value ones. 7 of those cards available have a cheapest available price in the marketplace of over $100. So you consider some of your rookies, your LaMelo, some of your studs like LeBron. If you can pull those, you're going to get significant value. And so when the cost is only $9, but we're expecting a return of investment on there of $38, you can understand why people, even if they don't know the math, but just kind of innately that feeling, why there's such high demand to grab these packs. And that's the common. When we then throw in the Cool Cats, we're now looking at an expected value of each one of, depending on the movement in the market, somewhere around $300.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Mr. Justin Herzig. He's always going to be bringing you the numbers, the stats. The guy's always 3 steps ahead of everyone. Spoiler alert for one of the podcasts. In episode 2, we will talk about how Justin was a week ahead of everyone when it comes to the metallic challenge and is now sitting on pure gold there. So, Justin, I thought that was a great explanation. And also, from my point of view, take the EV aside, opening a pack is just fun, man. It's just a good time. Like, you get the music going and you just really feel it, right? And it's just, I love it. I enjoy it. I love grinding the marketplace, seeing what's out there, seeing if I can find a good deal, seeing if I can buy a cheap player, flip them quickly. I tell you what, I'm really enjoying this so far, and it's going to be a good time. And like we said, if you are listening to this right now, you are super, super early. You talk to the people on the street. They never even heard of NBA Top Shots, but they love the NBA and they love to make money. So they're going to love it once they find out about it. I can almost guarantee you that. Okay, then. So we talked about the Cool Cats Challenge. I'll give a quick kind of definition of what the challenges are for those of you that don't know. Essentially, they come out with, there's 2 challenges going on right now. When NBA Top Shots come up with a challenge, there will be a certain number of moments that are involved in that challenge. And in order to complete the challenge, you need to own all of those moments. So I believe in the Cool Cats one right now, there are 10 moments, and that consists of 5 common cards, and 5 of the Cool Cat cards. There are 5,000 of each of the Cool Cats in circulation in total. If at the end of the challenge you own all 10 of those cards, you will get access to an exclusive Luka Doncic card. Okay, moment. I always say card, but I'm going to try and say moment. When I say card, I mean moment. You guys can, get over it. It's fine. You get a Luka Doncic card. Given that there's 5,000 of each of the Cool Cats, the absolute maximum of the Luka Doncic card that could exist is 5,000. We think that it'll be much less because not all people will complete the challenge. So just to give you an idea of how that works, we're still super early in this challenge. There's still 10 days left. So we're not going to dive too deep into strategy tonight, but we will definitely have content going forward. We'll be keeping an eye on the Cool Cat challenge market, giving you updates on how the prices are fluctuating, when is maybe a good time to buy, when is maybe a good time to sell and flip them. There's a lot of things to do with these challenges. It's going to be a good time. And like we said, we just started this a week ago. We're just still figuring this out as well. And we're here to figure this out with you guys as a community and go along this journey. So I love that. We're going to be opening up a couple of cool packs in just a moment, but I do have one very important question for you, Justin. And so for myself personally, I'm a single guy. So it's just me, right? I don't have to explain to somebody that I just spent money to buy a video. So as a married man, because I'm sure there are other married men on this that are like, hey, I would love to get involved, but my wife is going to kill me. So how did you and how should all of our viewers go about explaining this and justifying this to their wives, spouses, partners, significant others, whatever that may be, their dogs? Maybe their dog is involved in their financial situation. Okay, I will stop talking. Go for it, Justin.
Let's just say I have not told her about our $20,000 moment that we purchased earlier today. So, that
I knew you were sharp. I knew you were sharp.
That one will keep closer to the hip. Let's see. I've worked in blockchain technology since 2014 from like an enterprise standpoint. I will not use that word when I'm describing this. And actually, no, but like a real answer, because there's no point in using blockchain. There's no point in really talking about the scarcity or the uniqueness. At the end of the day, this is a hobby, and this is what you make of it. Each person can decide what they want this to be. If you want to just say, hey, I'm going to put $10, I'm going to put $100 into this because I enjoy opening the packs. I enjoy watching and evaluating the players and seeing how they track and see how maybe after Austin Rivers had that huge game, his value goes up a little. Or you know what, you can say that, hey, I've got, I don't believe too much in the stock market, or, I want to diversify a bit, and I want to make this actually a heavy investment. And I want to put, X% of my portfolio into this, and you can take a strategic approach to that. And at the end of the day, there's multiple ways that you can say, hey, I'm either investing in Top Shot as a product. If you want to say, I'm going to go maybe invest in a LeBron card, that's the best way to say that. That's just kind of a micro, an example of what the entire ecosystem is. It's going to rise and fall with the market. If you actually say, hey, I want to take an edge, and I believe that I have a hypothesis that rookies are going to be worth more. I believe that S1 is. I believe that numbers that follow, because each card has a certain mint, and maybe you believe that the astrological signs, the numbers that align, other people are going to value them. China's going to value the number 8, so 888 and 88 more. Like, there are so many interesting ways that you can make this what you want it, and from an investing, from a game. And at the end of the day, and we talk about this from poker, from fantasy sports, from even our work stuff, everything you do, if you consider it as a game, think about how you can maximize your value from that game. Where is there opportunity to be had, and what are your goals of that game? If your goals are just to have fun, then think about this in the best way you can have fun. Eventually, they're going to have a game aspect within this that you can use your cards for. And so rack up all those dollar cards just to have some fun in the game. If you realize that, what's most enjoyable for you is actually turning a profit and seeing that your work is successful, then put in that work, put in that effort. There is so much opportunity for a grinder in this, from a time-wise, from an analytical-wise, whatever you want to do. This is just the opportunity for everyone. Or just don't tell her or him.
Hey, I get it. I think you're spot on there. I know for me personally, definitely looking at this as an investment, same way you are, but I've definitely got some ones where it's like, I'm a Sixers fan. Like, I definitely want some Joel Embiid in there. I want some Ben Simmons. Like, I love that aspect. And right now, with the way the market is, like, I feel pretty confident that nothing's going to zero anytime soon. So I would say if you're looking to just get started, throw a couple bucks on there, get yourself some packs, and see what happens from there. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead.
I will say from the chat, I see that my brother-in-law is in the chat with an on
Yeah,
there.
I know.
So this is a cone of silence, right? Like,
yes, this is not being broadcasted on the internet right now. So what happens in this call, in this Twitch stream, will stay on this Twitch stream, except it really won't. But anyways, without further ado, why don't we invite a man that is the man behind the scenes? And this is a guy that is a great friend of mine. We went to Penn State together. He's not grinding the streets as hard as we are, but he's always in there looking to have a good time and learning each and every day as he goes. He's very impressive in the fact that he didn't know anything about producing until 2 days ago and has gotten us up and running with all of this awesome stuff. So, producer Coop, can you please enter the building?
but Kenny. There we go.
I was like, oh, wait, I just fluffed him up and he doesn't even know how to hit enter the stream. Come on, producer Coop. What's going on, my friend?
Welcome.
Yeah, that's the extent of my production, understanding, and knowledge is just clicking a few buttons. So it's been a hell of a 48 hours to get this thing rolling. And thanks for such a good introduction, Tej. I think just a quick little bit about me is I think if you start listening to the episodes, you'll hear that Justin and TJ are super sharp guys and are willing to grind and spend the time that you need to spend in order to really get ahead. I'm someone that might not have all of the time that these guys are able to put into it. And so, when you know two sharp people, you got to find a way to tail to some extent. So jumping on the bandwagon and sort of taking it where it goes. And then, to answer a little bit of the question about how do you tell your significant other how much you're spending, but you basically just tell them you're always about even or you're up one or the other. So that's
it's always break even.
Typically the way to go.
Lost a little one a little.
Okay, just all you need is one best ball contest each year, and you're good.
Yeah, in your case, $200,000 for one best ball contest. So yeah, that's absolutely the case.
I would say that would consider good. All right, so let's open some packs. Why don't we? Which of you guys want to go first? So I don't have a Cool Cats pack because I just run so bad, like we're all sitting there. So for those of you that haven't tried to open a pack yet, like it's in high demand right now and the pack drops come out. And so like, we're all just sitting there trying to slam the buy button and like Justin just runs so good and gets the pack and I don't. Anyways, that's my rant. Justin, why don't you open first? Then Coop will open second. And then, I'll just drink and watch you guys make money while I sit here.
Yeah, I guess as Justin pulls up the pack, the one thing, I started to send this out to some of my friends that, are super big into the NBA and just NBA fans in general. And they were kind of like, what the hell is going on? What the hell is this? And you simply just tell them, hey, if you're able to get a Cool Cats pack, you're turning $9 into $250 easily. And really at the end of the day, if you spend $9 for $250, one of my friends was able to turn it, and then he was like, "Oh, I found the loophole. Like it takes six weeks to get your cash." Well, yeah, in those 6 weeks, let's try to run up that 250, right? Like figure out ways to spend it, to invest it back, and see what happens. If you lose, great, you lost $9. I think right now everyone's so early, and it's awesome. It's a great time to try to double down and see what you can run it up.
Yep, I like that. All right, producer Coop, are we able to see my screen? Are we good?
Let me bring you up. There it is. Should be good to go.
All right. So, as the people who have not opened a pack yet, there is an additional excitement that you're going to miss out on, but there is pumped up music that is playing in the background right now. In my ears, it is just bringing all the feels Oh, this is my first pack that had 5. I completely forgot. I'm used to the commons getting only 3. All right, so here we go. We're going to start off. What are we pulling? A 7-4, 7-2. A KD? We're just starting off with a KD in this? Oh,
Love that.
God.
Love
Let's go.
that. Is that the L limited edition? I told you guys that this kid just runs so good. It's unbelievable. Now at least you guys believe me. Oh,
We've seen Justin open 3 cards. It was Zion.
Wait, we don't want to spoil. We don't want to spoil the
don't
episode.
Spoil. Coop, they got to listen to the podcast.
TJ, while I'm rolling it up, why don't you give us a little marketplace look? What's the value of that?
I believe KD is around 200 to 250 right now, but let me go look.
Oh,
somewhere in that range for sure. Definitely
$200 coming cat. Get the big boy. All right, we run hot. Let's keep this up.
It's a great start, and that's not even before you get to the cool cat.
All right, there we go. Got a little Brandon Clark, little moves, get the board and 1. No, and 1. Oh, okay, we go. Good board, good tipping.
Durant is selling for $219 right now, lowest ask.
I'll take that.
Run so good.
You will.
All right, so as you can see for new people, this one though was a 12,000 plus. So that's a true common. This Brandon Clark's going to be going for probably about $1, $2 in the marketplace. You're going to get some duds, and that's perfectly okay. Still get a collection, still get to see it, go from there. Number 3, got another common. Oh, there we wait. This isn't even the cool cat one, right? This is just the normal Collins.
Yes.
All right. I got a personal affinity there. Wake Forest graduate myself. John Collins played for Wake, so great to see that connection. He was a beast his final year there. Excited to see what he can do with the Hawks this year and maybe make a little playoff run. Number 4. Another comment. Booker. Okay.
Here's your cool cat, right?
I don't.
No, is that the comment? Okay.
No, this common. Yeah, because both the Collins. So
Collins is Collins is $4 on the market right now.
Okay. And if I'm talking over you guys, I apologize. I got that music blaring, so it's hard to kind of go. Okay, so that's the cool cat you can see right there. So that's actually the most valuable cool cat. That Booker's going for probably around like what, 350?
No. Oh, the cool cat. The cool cat. Oh yeah.
So this pack right now, $14. We're looking at something like a $700 return.
It really must be nice, man. It really must be nice.
One more. All right, we got a we got a Tyrese Maxey. Okay, that's purely in the dollar trend. Oh wait, no, this is the rookie, right? Okay, so we got another rookie. You can see Serial 4000. Just easy game.
What? This is actually pretty unreal. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, that I don't know. It's all downhill from here, gentlemen. That was an amazing pack.
That was so good.
How on earth do I have to follow that pack pull? That's unbelievable.
That actually is such. Dude, Maxey's worth 99. What is going on?
Wow.
Every damn card you pull.
And that's why everybody jams the buy button when the cool cats are out, because the pack literally is $14 and he just made a solid $700.
So back to TJ's question, what do you tell her? I just turned $14 into almost a G.
Oh, that's amazing. Nice pull. So there it is, chat. Pay attention to the Own the Moment content. We will teach you how to pull packs just like Justin. He's got it figured out. He will give you all the tips, all the secrets you need to make sure that you're pulling the Kevin Durant's, the Devin Bookers, the Tyrese Maxeys. The kid's got it figured out. That was sarcasm. Coop, let's open up your packs, my friend. Let's see if you run like Justin or if you run like a normal person.
Here we go. Let's get this, producer Coop.
I'll take half as much as Justin's pack. That would be great.
I guarantee you're going to get a cool cap.
Let's go. We got the music going.
It is so different listening on my end without that music, and the other side, like Coop probably can't even hear us. It's blaring so
literally
loud.
Can't hear anything.
All right, take this home, Coop.
All right, Michael Porter Jr.
Michael Porter.
So last year was his rookie season, I believe. So this is going to be a sophomore year. This needs to be a comment. I think this will probably be going to the marketplace for a couple dollars. Great player though.
Relatively nice serial pool there. 3,000 out of 12,000. 3,450.
Yep. Not bad.
Yep, $6 for Porter. Yeah, Coop definitely. Yeah, you can't hear us. It's okay.
Yeah, and I see Cubby's making the comment. No, we don't have music on the stream. We're going to try to get you that. Definitely one of our goals in the future, but we were testing that beforehand and not working. Wiggins. So that was one of my colleagues that established the run. Whenever Andrew Wiggins has a very bad game, he always gets some hate email tweets. So, you know. Yeah.
Okay. Got the DJJ, Cool Cat.
So that's our Cool Cat. You can see out of 5,000 there. At the end of the day, while Booker is a little more expensive than Derek Jones and some of the others, the actual player is probably not too important when we're talking about selling these or collecting them from the Cool Cats. Ooh, that's a good one.
Take the hero.
Oh, yes. Anything Tyler Hero is good.
TJ, tell us why. Why do they love Tyler Hero so much?
Yeah, so they love Tyler Hero on the site because he has some sort of sponsorship with NBA Top Shots. So that's why when you go on the NBA Top Shots homepage, you'll see Tyler Hero all over there. I believe there are also rumors that the next sponsored player is going to be, Bogdanovich, whichever of the Bogdanovich brothers from the Kings. So if you look at his prices, they're inflated because everyone knows that he's about to sign that. Yep.
That's a good edge.
Yeah.
I've got one of him in the LE metallic LE golds.
Yep. He'll be coming up sometime in the future. At least that's the rumor. Don't kill me if that doesn't happen, people. I'm just here to give you what I know.
And there we go. We got SMW in the chat telling us that Hero's going for $56. Not too bad. Hey, Coop, overall, can't run too well, but it's still a solid pack. That's pretty good.
Super solid. Nobody runs as good as Justin, but I absolutely will take it.
Yeah, I mean, even that pack right there is probably worth, I don't know, a couple $100 between the Derek Jones Jr., the Tyler Hero.
Probably about 300 plus 100 plus 75 for the others. So overall, still fantastic. These Cool Cats are liquid gold. Like, if you got the chance to get it, go for it. So the way that I got my pack was because I failed to get the clicking. And so they eventually said, hey, the people who couldn't get it, the persistence, they're trying to find unique ways to release them to the people. So they're using a lottery method. They're using if you failed to get it, then we're still just going to give you one. And I think this site recognizes that it's not a great experience if we just allow the people with the fastest clicks and the fastest connection to really be taking the pack. So they're making a concerted effort to figure out unique ways to, equally or at least give a fair shot for people.
You guys want to field one question here from the Cool Cats? Looks like we got a question around what do we think the Luka Cool Cat is going to potentially go for?
I like it. You want me to take this, DJ?
Yes, sir.
All right. So starters, we do not have an answer. This is probably one of the most interesting questions that we in our Slack channels are discussing, because each day something changes that are kind of hypotheses around this change. Today, it was that the challenge was extended basically another week. My thoughts around it are, I believe we're going to see about 2,000 actually minted. So 5,000 possible, but because of the way that they're distributing these packs and they're really making sure that they're not concentrated in individuals, I think you're going to have a lot of people who get their one and are going to do one of two things. Either A, they're going to try to put it in the marketplace and sell it, which is probably going to bring that value down. We'll talk about that price to accomplish it in a little. But the second is, I think a lot of people are just going to say, hey, you know what? Yeah, I could sell it, but they don't know. They may not realize that after the challenge, the prices are going to drop down because they're no longer worth as much because they're not going to get you a Luka. I think some people are just going to say, hey, I just want to hold on to it. I just want to hang out. I like the card. So I think overall, a lot of them are just going to be one owned, one person gets one cat. And so we only see maybe 40% complete. Now, if that hypothesis is correct, we now are looking at, okay, there's 2,000 Lukas. How do we compare that to the market? So we're continuing to kind of flux this, but you take a look and say, okay, who are the players that are similar to Luka? who has common cards that have similar, limited edition. We've seen some 4,000s for rookies. We've seen 7,500 for some of the pros, for the superstars. I personally think that the value of a Luka, I hate saying this because it just keeps changing. I'm going to say this instead, Schwaz. Instead of saying what I think the value is, I'm going to say if you have the capital to accomplish the challenge, I think it'll be worth it. And when to accomplish it, my thoughts is when those last packs, the heavy release that we're going to see, we're not sure when, but once you can tell that, hey, they are sold out of the Cool Cats, they're all in the market, I'm thinking somewhere around like 4 to 6 hours after that, we're going to see a flood to the market. If you have the ability to grind the marketplace, you're going to find some values and go for it. If not, the whole price, though, I think you're going to see kind of a drop down as people just post them on there, and then others are going to start scooping. So we're going to see like a little dip and then a rise. So there will be a right time. Don't try to get cute around it. If you want to get the Luka, if you spend an extra $100 across the cards trying to, get the timing, it's okay because it's going to be worth it for you. I think that'll end up being something around like an 8 to 10% of the actual value of the card. If you have the capital, the time, the interest, the knowledge, go for it.
Good stuff. All righty. Well, anything else from you, Justin, or from Coop, or any other questions in the chat? We're probably going to wrap things up soon here. We have released our...
What do we have upcoming with some pods? Give them a little teaser because we already recorded 2 of these. Yep. When are they going to hit?
Yep. So right now we have our episode 0, which is live in Spotify, and I believe one other place. It's not in the Apple Store yet, but it should be shortly. And then we have recorded episode 1 and episode 2, which episode 1 we're hoping will be out tomorrow, and then episode 2 shortly to follow. In episode 1, we tried to make it just a high-level overview of NBA Top Shots, talked about what it is, talked about blockchain, NFTs, tried to give you guys all of the basics if you're just getting started. We wanted to make it a podcast that hopefully withstands the test of time so that as more and more people join this amazing journey, they can go back to listen to Own the Moment episode 1 and get all the information they need. And then episode 2, we do more of a specific deep dive into each of our individual week 1s. What was our first experience with Top Shot like? What are the strategies that we are thinking about? What have we learned? What are the things that we are planning to do going forward? So those 2 have been recorded and will be hitting the shelves very, very shortly. Please go check those out. And then other than that, we are going to try to pump out as much content as we can early on. We're going to get some of the more well-known guests from the industry to join us, some of the guys from the daily fantasy sports world that have now gotten involved in the Top Shots, some of the guys from the traditional old school NFT world have reached out to us and are interested in being on the podcast. So I think we're going to have a lot of really interesting guests with a lot of unique and different stories to tell. So I'm really looking forward to having those on. And other than that, we're really trying to dive deep into some of the numbers. So Justin obviously provided you guys with some amazing stats today around the expected values of the packs. That's something we're looking to continue to do. We're going to be doing deep dives into the challenges, monitoring prices over time, getting you guys that information out on Twitter. I also have some written content that I wrote a post about the challenge. The problem is right now I don't have anywhere to post it, so we're working through that aspect of it, but we'd like to get at least a little bit of written content out there to you guys too. We're figuring this out as we go. Please reach out to us on Twitter if you have any feedback, have any questions, have any ideas, anything that you want us to cover. Like, we're on this journey with you guys. We're here to try and give you the information that you need, answer the questions that you have to the best of our ability. And again, take this journey with everyone, and really looking forward to that. Anything else to add, Justin, that I may have missed that we got in the works?
No, that was great. It was great. And I was just going to say, like, I see a couple questions on here. They're follow-ups, or like the one by Elderly Baboon about the serial values. These are questions that are extremely important, and we're definitely going to cover, especially in our other episodes where we go into a strategy standpoint. So anyone who asks a question here, we are tracking those questions. They will help inform our content going forward. As well, if you put a question out, either a DM or just do an at either this podcast or one of our individuals, we will include that as well, because we want this to be an educational experience for all of you. We enjoy the discussion among ourselves, and I've always been a fan of the best way to learn something is to be able to teach it to someone else. And so many of these questions, either I may have some form of opinion on, but if I feel comfortable actually to speak it, I'm going to put in enough time and preparation so I'm knowledgeable on it, and I can actually give you a data-driven, a strategic, and analytical approach, and not just speak from the hip. We watch basketball. We enjoy basketball, but we are not the players that are going to tell you, hey, go invest in this player because I saw them do a really cool dunk, or, talk about the kind of, you got a feeling or something. We're taking data-driven approach. If I'm going to pitch a player, it's because I see what their actual stats are showing. It's because I know that their MVP odds, their rookie of the year, the defensive player of the year, whatever kind of things that I can go from outside sources, the same way that I digest and intake analytical sources from my daily fantasy sports career, I'm doing that here as well. And so that's the stuff that we want to teach you. We're not giving you the plays, but we're teaching you how to get better at this game.
Yep. We do have one question in the chat that I think we should touch on. If we could click on that, Coop, around or actually I guess I can. There we go. Nope, that's not the one I wanted to click on. There we go. How do you know when the packs drop? So I think that's a valid question. So as of now, it's happened in a couple of ways. So with things like the Cool Cats, they tend to announce that there's going to be a pack drop. And so the NBA Top Shot team will typically do that either in Twitter, but more importantly, if you're not in the Discord, you should go ahead and join that right now. NBA Top Shot has a Discord. In that Discord, they have an announcements channel, and I've seen them there before announce that packs will be dropping at certain times.
And so I'll pause there. Any non-common drop will be given at least, I think it's 6 or 8 hours of notice. They've made this clear. They want it to be fair. The non-common are the most valuable drops, and I think they're going to continue to find a way to make it as fair as possible for these drops. The common, while technically they're drops now, those are the ones that, like, with a $38 value up to $9, eventually they're going to have enough scale that, hey, anybody that wants to go buy one can get one. And I personally believe the expected value of those will probably eventually drop to like $7, $8, so that there's not this mad rush to go get it, or ideally $9. But in general, agreed with TJ. Go to the Discord. If you're actually, I think we started getting emails too. If you pay attention to the site, they'll probably maybe even say like when that is. But they try to make it equitable.
Yep. And then there is theoretically a future world where the common packs are going to be available at any time, but just due to all the technical issues that the NBA Top Shot site has had, that's not possible at the moment. So really, just keep your eyes out, keep your ears out. We will certainly communicate out as well via our Twitter when we hear things. If we see a tweet from the Top Shot team, we'll retweet that for you guys. Make sure you're staying up to date. So go ahead and give us a follow at
we will post
NFT.
We will post when packs are dropping as we learn them on the official OTM account. We will let you know when the pods are planning to drop. So that's probably the easiest way, honestly, for anyone on here to keep track of that.
Cool. All right, I think
Let's
we're
go to the club.
Yeah, I think we're gonna head over to Club Top Shop over on YouTube. I believe they're streaming. So if anybody else wants to hear more Top Shot conversation, you can go ahead and check those guys out in the YouTube. We'll be there. We'll be in the chat there. Follow us on Twitter. I am at TJL5124DFS. Justin is at Justin Herzig. We are Own the Moment. And thank you all for being a part of this special announcement with us. And we look forward to providing you content in the future. And again, send us your questions, send us your feedback. You'll be hearing from us shortly. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.